I don't think I need to ask IC even for that one. Huh?
Yep,
Now,
obviously.
The audacity of me, my bad. Now, let's jump in over to the drop.
Is to trick
Hey,
the
there's the
Reaper.
line.
Ooh, oh, he was laughing!
Oh, it's laughing.
He's laughing!
That's what that was.
It's not. Yeah,
Okay.
it's not. But okay, at least he got it pretty much right. He knew that there was a laughter before.
Okay, fair enough.
Okay, it's like production immediately tells us that, you know, this is the sound. We've got Roger, Faramis, and Zask that has been banned by Falcon's AP brand. While in the meantime, for Smart Omega, we have got Chip and Ling thrown into the batting pool, so still quite a lot that's currently open. I'm glad to not see Zask anymore because Zask is so boring. Hayabusa is still available, but what else is still available?
I think they are going to be opening things up to kind of try out a little bit more flexibility, right? Like AP brand, they have been known for flex picks as a priority. Like they will just completely ignore meta priority picks. They will just prioritize on heroes that can just confuse people.
It's kind of like an Arlet, for example, right?
Yeah.
We have seen Arlet being banned a few times, but this is not going to be the case. The Jusin pick!
Okay.
Jusin first pick would not have been my prediction. I would have maybe thought that it'd be something like an assassin or like a Valentina, but yeah, they locked it in straight away. They knew they wanted Zeus in.
Few is the man after all. I really want to see this variation that Few has got in store for us. This guy, Few, the best mage around. I gotta have to give it to him. How exactly is this gonna spin around with what Jusin it can bring over to their lineup? Well, in the meantime, Smart Omega have gotten themselves the Moskov as well as the Julian. Nothing too necessarily out of the ordinary. It's just, you know, typical Moskov things. Go over to the ending game kind of thing, while Julian pretty much paves the way through the early game.
No, I really like how Falcon's AP brands drafting styles and priorities. They always set goals on what they want to achieve throughout the entire tournaments, right? Like, we know for a fact that there are rumors that there are going to be buffs towards heroes like Jusin, etc., which is preparing themselves for the playoffs. And currently, we don't really have a lot of competitive Jusin data. And right now, I feel like they're just okay with just trying this out, knowing that, hey, it might be good, it might not be good. Let's just try it out and then hope it is going to be better when the patch comes in.
I don't really feel like the gusto that we saw from that quick pick is more of an experiment, right?
It feels like they know
if they were
something.
testing something out, there'd be a bit of hesitation. They slapped that down straight away. I felt like we went into this with the intention of picking Zeus in. We banned in such a way to avoid heroes that would make Zeus's life difficult, like Zask, like Faramis, even giving that extra HP with NetherRealm. And now you've added Ruby and Minotaur, who both offer additional crowd control.
This is a massive setup for an upcoming Harith pick from the side of Falcon's AP brand. Remember how we were talking right about the previous game? We want to see a hero when it comes down to Aroma that is able to clear waves fast enough if the Jusin is being picked in the middle lane. Minotaur comes in pretty effectively, and the problem in the previous game is the fact that Alpha just doesn't deal enough damage. So we will want to see Assassins being picked up from Falcon AP brand, and I think Smart Omega picked up on that. Immediately banning out onto the Hayabusa, and if they so wants to ensure that they deny the Harith and Fanny, yes, that will be good. But unfortunately, it comes to the point whereby it's an either-or situation now.
I have a very, very wild curveball that I'm about to throw right now.
Okay.
Like, knowing that AP brand has a tendency to be flex, right? Like, oh, it could be here, it could be here. I feel like just based off Jusin's leaderboard, there are a couple of Jusin players that play it on the jungle role. So I'm not sure they were going to go for it, but just putting out there.
Just putting out there.
Just putting out there for now.
Could be a probability.
Yeah.
I mean, when it comes down to experimentations and when it comes down to flexibility, there are definitely things that we don't expect and people pull it off. Like back then, we don't even know that Carmilla can play in the jungle, and boom, Carmilla's in the jungle. It worked out pretty decently.
There are always possibilities. One thing we do know is that they did actually ban the Fanny, so continuing to make sure that no free assassins are going to be given over. The Zeus in jungle seems a little bit out there, but yeah, I could maybe see it being possible, though it does add a bit of a limitation where you require damage from another source to really be able to clear the jungle a bit more comfortably.
You know, based on these bans, I'm really surprised Smart Omega hasn't opted to kind of ban off Marco's power picks, or maybe even some of the power S-tiered ones like Harith as well in this particular, or even the Yeah, actually, I think it's a
Harif
pretty
is a must pick from
must
Falcons
pick
AP
right now
at
for
this right now.
Falcon.
It's a direct setup for a Harif, but now the main question is, if we know that a Harif is likely going to be in for Falcons AP brand being the probably best in slot, what's going to be the jungle that is the best in slot now?
Ooh.
Putting in consideration that Harif is going in.
A lot of the assassins
I think
are
Lancelot is
gone.
still okay.
Lancelot.
It isn't that bad against a Julian.
I'm not a big fan of it this game, personally.
We just need damage. How about Roger?
Oh, okay. Alpha Harif.
no.
All right.
No, Roger was the first banned hero.
Oh, right,
It was
yeah.
so long ago, I don't blame you for forgetting, but looks like
Wait.
it will be the Alpha, which
Wait.
you
Hold on a
literally
second.
mentioned earlier you hoped we
Wait.
wouldn't see.
Oh no. Is this Falcon AP brand telling us no casters, or rather no abstract, you're wrong, Alpha has damage, it's just Homeboy doesn't know how to pilot this draft?
Honestly, I will tell you that.
I think it comes down to experimentation, right? Like recently on the YouTube algorithm, there has been a lot of teams highlighting on how Skies played his alpha.
Sakai's?
Yeah, Sky.
Okay.
When he brought in an MC, it was like a wow factor, and somebody actually experimented the emblems that Skies use and prioritized. I think what War X as well as Thunderbelt as a third item for alpha.
War
it was
X
really
Thunderbelt.
disgusting.
Really?
It was really disgusting.
I can understand that a lot of people are picking up onto the Thunderbelt just because of the fact that it have growth inbuilt into it. And once you're-
Infinite growth, right?
Infinite growth. And once you're done with it, once you're all the way in the late stages of the game, you have enough of the growth. You don't need the growth. You don't need the growth anymore. You can just sell it away, and you still have that growth that's inbuilt onto you.
I think beyond experimentation though, now that we're in day 2 of the group stages, teams have kind of actually locked this in already, where if all of the assassins in the meta are not available, the next hero they go to is Alpha. Because we know that tanks are not really that efficient anymore, and Alpha is one of the fighters that can actually
True damage, I
match
guess.
assassins somewhat in terms of burst damage output. So I think that's what they're really playing around. And we already saw that Homeboys did actually combo Alpha with Zeus in together. I think if piloted correctly, it can really delete someone. So AP Brand should give us a good show.
I really hope to see how the AP brand will be able to make use of this draft. And well, I love to be proven wrong, but maybe just don't prove me wrong until too badly, alright? So let us just jump right in and take a look at the match number 2. Game number 1 between Falcons AP brand versus Smart Omega.
Well, we are going to be seeing a little bit interesting match here because this is going to be the Julian versus Alpha. And I want to see who's going to be able to dominate in the early stage of the game here because rumor has it Julian has been the go-to majority over Alpha.
Like, Julian just straight up has a stronger early game comparatively. Again, he is the only hero that has access to his full kit at level 3, which means that his time is accelerated compared to others. Chaknu could be in trouble though. Grok, definitely one of those heroes that can be weak to Zeusin.
Well, I like how Few is just abusing for the fact that, you know, level 1, level 2, there's not a lot of mages who almost has close to infinite amount of mana to actually kind of contribute in team fights. So in this case, I feel like Few had a very, very good start right now, able to get a couple of harassments in, you know, setting up for level 4, but it does delay up on the rotations coming from Easy for now. But even if I say that, he was kind of annoyed. Look at him, he still hits level 4 before Anduryu.
Yeah, I mean, we know that Alpha farms very quickly. That's another factor of why he is a hero that gets picked up pretty often. His damage output works on heroes, works on jungle camps as well. Can definitely match assassins in the meta where if all the assassins are gone, he's a pretty obvious choice. And I do think that AP Brand want to be the team that are starting to set things up early on. We already know that Alpha and Harif are the type of heroes that will end up falling off a little bit once you get to the late stages. And Jomon the Moskov has already turned games around for Omega before.
This is so unlucky of Anduryu. He's actually 1 creep behind Kautizi just because of the fact he wasn't able to steal the 1 creep up top. And because of this, Kautizi, he's going to be hitting his level 5 very, very soon here. And the moment he hits it, we are going to see a huge power spike where Smart Omega is not going to be able to do too much. But as soon as I say this here, Chaknu, he does have his 4 first here. Few already looking to try and zone him up. Pulls him back here. He might be in a little bit of trouble here. Chaknu forced to use a wall charge aggressively. And now here to counterplay with him in Nose Rage. He won't be the first one to fall. First blood in the hands of Falcon's AP Brand. But Few, look at him. He drags another one. A double kill for Few right from the get-go.
I think that was kind of a messy right from Smart Omega there. Chaknu used his wall charge to try and get a pick off. Unfortunately, because he collided with the wall so far away, it didn't really do anything in terms of CC to FCAP. And then Smart Omega tried to follow up on that, when there really was no setup to really use, which resulted in them getting picked off. 2 kills to AP Brand, Turtle lost, and well, it's kind of already going what we expected the early game to be.
Could you really blame him though, considering that Fuel was the one that, you know, dragged him out right as soon as his immune came out,
He could have
right?
used Wall Charge in the other direction.
Okay, fair enough, fair enough. Fair enough.
Hold on, top lane? Okay, he's fine.
Top side though, Super Marco. You know, he's gonna be having a good time here. Smart Omega makes another attempt up top, but again, you know, they're just playing very passively here. This kind of reminds me of how Smart Omega is playing yesterday as well. Just play as defensively here, try to drag this game as long as possible, but as soon as I say this, and Duryu, he's gonna get caught out. He dropped all these spells in front of FCAP, expecting that they wouldn't punish this.
My face is just kind of full of judgment. Why did Andoryu do that? He just dashed over the wall and then did nothing with it. He literally dashed over the wall and changed his mind and said, wait, let me out of here instead. And that is not going to work. AP Brand.
Oh no, Kaltizi gets... They will be able to punish Chaknu as well. Few was able to drag him out. And who said Jusin wasn't strong? But in the right hand, dang, this Jusin is kind of annoying now.
Zusin as a hero will be weaker in the early game if the opponent's side has a little bit more setup to play around and a little bit more frontline presence, which Smart Omega should have, but I don't really think they're doing a good job with it.
Ooh, tough, but Kaltizi now, level 8 as compared to Anduryu. He's having a fun time as he's got 2-on-2, going to build up a little bit more stacks here and there. Ukir, however, it does have a glowing wand, so I'm not sure it's gonna do too much, but you know, it's still something for Smart Omega to kind of take themselves in these upcoming fights.
It will be useful to try and burn down a little bit some of these tankier, more sustainable heroes. I'm just worried if it's going to be enough, because Falcons already have a 2k net worth lead. Turtle seems to be free.
Oh, Ogwen making the dive here on towards the backlines of Ryota, forces a flicker, gets a free turtle in the process as well. Falcons AP Brand just, you know, winning on all fronts at this stage.
From what I can see here, actually, Zusin may be the type of hero that allows you to balloon leads rather than claiming them for you. Oh, hold on.
Oh, hold that thought. Bottom lane, FCAP. Oh, what a flicker. Baiting out spells here. Smart Omega, unfortunately, not going to be able to get any kind of kills here. Unfortunately for him, he's looking to try and drag Chakdu back, but thinks it's just not worth it. Only the Grok is available.
Yeah, they don't really need to do that. AP Brand are already in a pretty controlling position. As long as they're able to keep this lead intact, it will be difficult for Smart Omega to do anything for the next couple of minutes. The main issue, though, is that Jome actually has been uninterrupted. Yes, he lost his tier 1 tower, but the Moskov is still 0-0-0. I imagine his farm isn't too far behind that of Super Marco's. So I'm curious whether the Master of all trades can turn this one around.
Yep, Conceal plays here, trying to catch on to Kaltizi. He smells something, immediately pops his out to actually back off. So that's not going to be an attempt here from Smart Omega. Completely thwarted here in their plans.
Looking at the gold, yeah, actually, Jome only 300 gold behind Super Marco this far, despite a 3k net worth difference. So his farm is still keeping up pretty alright. But Omega need to make sure that they don't fall too much further behind, because we already know how consistent Falcons AP Brand is as a team. Once they have that lead, they're going to make sure that they don't lose it. And I imagine that this Moskov is going to start becoming a target of interest very soon.
Yeah, Jome has been playing very, very safe as well. He needs to make sure that he doesn't get too far behind there. But middle lane here, they do find Ogwen. That's going to be a very big catch. However, Few is going to be able to drag them back to try and extend the fight. FCAP is here to try and pull him back here. Few looking for his 1v1s on the sides. Meanwhile, the back lines as well. Super Marco is able to find another one. Just like that, FCAP just dissected the front and the back lines of Smart Omega.
As Smart Omega stood no chance in that situation. Kyle TZ gonna be able to get the turtle for free, though Jome also trying to split push. Oh
no, Jome, he's in little trouble. Oh, what an escape, but Few is gonna be able to have his lantern on him. He drags him back in. There's no way out there. Great little ninny trick here coming from Jome. Chagnu, however, will be dived in under turret by Super Marco. Gets a tier 1 as well for FCAP.
Yeah, an impressive mechanical play there using Moscow Spear to try and escape. But unfortunately, a 1v3 is not going to work very well there. And we can see that Jome, who has been trying so hard until now to keep his farm up to par with Falcon's AP brand, has finally met his first demise. And this is not looking good here. If we just look at the items, it's very clear that Falcons are way richer compared to Smart Omega. And I'm not too sure if they're going to be able to make much of a difference here. They really got to play for late stages when Jome comes online. There's no way to really make a comeback before that timing.
Oh, combo coming from Andrew. They are going to try and catch FlapTZ, but this Ruby is extremely tanky here. Forces a flicker out as well. Does have the sustains, and Omega, they can't seem to get the kill. However, they need to run now. Falcons, they're coming from the back lines. Look at this. Few, he's going to be able to corner Andrew. He's looking to try and punish this here. Jome looking to TP away. Guess what? He's going to be able to escape and narrowly as well. Jome, he gets out, but Andrew, he's going to be the black sheep for Smart Omega. FCAP, they will be able to find one only, but still, what an escape from Jome.
That is actually insane. I'm kind of surprised Flap didn't choose to check the left brush. He just checked the right brush and then figured, like, I guess he just disappeared. He just stopped searching. It's kind of strange.
What an outplay here, but still, Falcons AP brand, they still have the lead. They still have the net worth advantage. They are going to continue to press this here. Super Marco, with the Salmon Force here, does a serious damage onto his Ook here. And unfortunately to say, there's nothing much Omega can do at this stage. Even the purple bow is going to be stolen away, but for now, they use the purple buff. They are going to try and attempt this here. Super Marco uses the Purify. He's going to get chain stunned here. But can he survive? Yes, he will with the help of Kaldizi. The rest of the members of FCAP is here to back him up. Meanwhile, Phil solo fighting on his own in the back lines. He gets a kill on Andrew. Now he's going to try and extend the fight. Chagnu, can he get out? No, he cannot. And he's going to be the next to fall. Jome does have the turret here, but he needs to make a survival attempt here. Purify comes in. He's going to get chain CC'd, and he is also going to be the next to fall. And just like that, Falcons AP brand completely shuts down Smart Omega.
10 minutes into game number 1, and the kill score is 14-1. Falcons AP brand in full control, and despite the potential scaling in Moscow, I really don't see a path back into this game anymore. Falcons are just superior in terms of their control, in terms of their engagement, in their angles. They have Smart Omega beat in almost every factor, and this game in particular, the draft is really pushing that as well. This Zeus-in, normally a hero that has been having trouble so far in Snapdragon, we are seeing it being played to its full potential.
Now with the Lord crashing in as well, and there's such a huge lead. Smart Omega, they've got to try everything they can. Chagnu already using the wall charge to try and extend this fight, but middle lane here, Kaldizi is able to drag Ryota out of comfort, and they will be able to burst him down. Smart Omega down a member, but as of now, can they continue to do so? Because FCAP, they look stronger than ever.
Another item offender. Jome is gone, and so are the chances of Smart Omega winning this game.
Oh boy, this is tough. This is so tough for Smart Omega, but FCAP, they're doing really well, and they will continue to do so. And with 3 members left, all they gotta do is just get one more pick. Ryota respawns back into the safety as well. He needs to do something about this, but the minions are starting to hurt as well. But look at Fio. Oh my goodness, this is dragging members left, right, front, and center. They isolate the fight. They find a pick on Chagnu. Omega, what can they do at this point? There's absolutely nothing, because the crystal will be destroyed, and FCAP takes a very convincing game 1.
This was a one-sided demolition from Falcons AP brand, showing the world why they are still one of the strongest teams in MLBB. Not allowing Smart Omega any chance to play around Jome or